Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Crazy Hobbies.
Oh, my husband works long hours, so I wait sometimes for him. He's a truckie.
Is he? What's he carry?
Nothing, the truck carries it.
Down Under, the best RC YouTube channel in Australia. So, you're sitting at home and you want to buy an RC car and you want some guidance. Well, look no further. We've come to you. We're going to be giving you the best comprehensive RC car guide of 2022. Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be running down the top 5 most popular RC car styles, and we're going to be talking about electric versus nitro, kit versus RTR. We're going to be unlocking all the secrets. We're going to be telling you all you need to know and nothing more. All right, let's get this show on the road. Coming in at number 5, micro RC cars versus large scale RC cars. Micros, well, they're a lot cheaper, and the good thing about micro RC cars is that they're compact. With compact RC cars, you can pretty much put them in your backpack. You can take them anywhere and everywhere. Not to mention, you don't need a big area to play with your micro RC car. The good thing is, you can play inside your house, morning, afternoon, or night. Regarding your micro RC cars, yes, they're a lot smaller, so that will give you a lot less runtime. So you're pretty much stuck with the battery that's supplied with your micro RC car. In normal scenarios, you cannot get longer lasting batteries. You can only buy spare batteries. With your micro RC cars, not to mention, unfortunately, because they're smaller, they're usually a lot harder to work on. Smaller parts, guys, a little bit more fiddly to work on. Let's talk 1/5 scale large RC cars. Guys, it's a very limited market. Let's first talk about the pros. Well, you're large and in charge. The great thing about 5th scale cars is that because they're a lot bigger, they're gonna be a lot more easier and a lot more accessible to work on. So a lot more better if you did wanna fix anything or work on your car. The cons, well, I think there's a lot more cons. One, a 5th scale car is going to be a lot more heavy because it's bigger. Secondly, bigger the car, the more intimidating it is. What it is, you won't be able to play with these cars anywhere and everywhere that you want. So you've got to kind of pick your places. A lot of people do get a little bit intimidated when they see these cars and they're so big. So that's a bit of a downside. Now, the bigger the RC car, and generally speaking, the more money you will have to fork out. If you're looking to replace a body, if you're looking to replace a tire, it's gonna cost you a lot more compared to a normal scale RC car. Coming in at number 4, kit versus RTR. So regarding your kits, if it says kits, that usually means assembly required, and you still need everything else to go with it: battery, charger, servo, the lot. Now the pros is that when you do buy a kit, you get to build it yourself and you get to build it the way you want to build it. And not to mention, when you do build your kit from scratch, you'll know your car inside out. When you break something and you need to fix it, you're going to be king. You're going to know exactly how to take it on and off. When it comes to maintenance, you'll know what to do. Regarding your kits, they can be a little bit more expensive, but in saying that, they usually include better components, a lot more upgrades than your RTRs, meaning ready to run. And in most cases, guys, you will still need your batteries and charger. RTR just means that it's factory assembled and ready to rip. The great thing about RTRs is that you'll be able to walk into your hobby shop, pick up an RTR car, go home, unpack it, and it's ready to rip. Your pros is that you cannot beat a factory assembled RC car, in my opinion, because everything is done with 100% consistency. So you know that it's built great. Regarding your RTR cars, if you're not very mechanically minded, and if you break a car, you're most likely going to be very reliant on your hobby shop for repairs. And repairs can cost a lot of money. So what I suggest for you guys is that, just a little tip, if you want to fix it, it's very easy to pull something off the car, but it's a lot harder to put it back on the car. Take some pictures as you go. Coming in at number 3, electric versus nitro. Electric cars, generally speaking, a lot easier, hardly any cleaning involved, much faster, instant power, and not to mention a lot quieter. You're gonna be less of a nuisance on your neighbors, and wherever you're running your cars, no one's gonna complain, you're not gonna attract any attention. And the great thing about electric cars is that if you wanted to run your car at night, you have the option in doing so. It's because they're quieter, so you can go for your day bash, and if you wanted a night bash with your mates, you can do a night bash also. Hardly any maintenance involved with electric cars. With your brush motors, you've got to be a little bit more careful, but with your brushless systems, faster and no maintenance whatsoever. Regarding your cons with electric, the only downside is that you have to charge your batteries up, so you're waiting, and you will have to buy spare batteries if you want longer runtime when you go to play with your car. Let's talk nitro. Regarding nitro, it's a little bit of a thing of the past now. Nitro cars are cooler than electric cars. Yes, they are fuel powered. You usually buy your nitro fuel from your hobby shop. Now, the great thing about nitro is that there is no charging involved. You just go down to your local hobby shop, you buy your fuel, whack it in your car, and you're ready to rumble. Now, the cool thing about nitro is that it feels more real. You have the noise, which is cool, and not to mention the smell of the nitromethane burning, and you can actually smell it. It's a great noise and it's a great smell. It feels really good. Regarding your cons, I think there's a little bit more cons regarding nitro cars. Guys, with nitro cars, they're a lot higher maintenance. When I used to have a nitro car, when you're finished playing for nitro car, or I should say when you're starting to play for nitro car, there's a lot more things you have to take with you, your igniter, your fuel, there's boxes and boxes and boxes. So it's a little bit more of a nuisance when you go to play for your RC car, and not to mention when you have to lob everything back home and you've got to clean everything out. Regarding nitro, you will be spending a lot more money in the long run. So when you buy a nitro RC car, everything is great because everything is new. When the nitro engine runs, everything rattles, everything gets hot. You're constantly going through glow plugs, you're constantly going through gaskets. So what I'm trying to get at here is that when your nitro car is new, you will have less problems, but after 3 months of running your car, you'll find that you will have problems occurring. Hobby shops would preferably sell you a nitro car is because you're constantly coming back, you're constantly spending money. Nitros, I think there's more cons than pros, but if you're looking for that enthusiasm and you want to get into it, nitro RC cars are more for the hobbyists. A lot more maintenance and it's a little bit more time consuming. So guys, if you have a little bit more time, you can get yourself a nitro RC car. You'll have plenty of fun, but the ratio between nitro is that you're basically maintaining your car and fixing your car probably 60-70% of the time, and you're playing around 30% of the time. And electric is total opposite to that. Coming in at number 2, on-road versus off-road. On-road RC cars. Well, if you're looking for the need for speed, look no further. The on-road RC cars are the fastest RC cars you can purchase. The great thing about them, yes, they're super fast. The pros regarding your on-road RC cars is that regarding your tire, wheel, and body options, you're pretty much endless. So let's just say you've got a real car, let's just say a 200SX. If you buy an RC car, you'll be able to buy the exact body to fit on your RC on-road car, replicating your real car. The great thing about that is that when you're not playing for RC car, they look really great on display. So you can display them, they look super cool. But in saying that, guys, with on-road, you're very limited on the road, up and down. It can get a little bit boring. You are limited with your fun. Let's talk off-road. Off-road RC cars, in my opinion, they are the best. You are not limited whatsoever. Grass, tick. Dirt, tick. On-road, tick. Now, the great thing about off-road cars is, in my opinion also, they are the most fun. The reason being is because you can jump them, you can flip them, they crash, they tumble, you're having a bit of a laugh. You're not limited with space regarding running the RC cars. They will pretty much go on all terrain. You will have the best of both worlds, on-road and off-road. Coming in at a cool number 1, the most important thing to look for when spending your hard-earned cash on the remote control car that you want. What is it? It's parts support. That's right. Now, this is the most important thing, guys. You want to be able to make sure that whatever car that you want to be able to get parts for it fairly easily. And if you're looking to purchase the RC car at your local hobby store, always double check with them that parts are there and are available. If you go online, then do your research first, because there is nothing more frustrating than breaking your beloved remote control car and not be able to buy the spares so you can go out there and have more fun. All right, so let's break it down for you guys. So regarding your kits, have a look at these wonderful kits. When you buy a kit, you will also still need to complete. You'll need a radio system, which will include your receiver. This is what you control the car with. You'll need a steering servo. We'd highly recommend you use for Taba, especially for the Tamiya stuff and for the Kaisho stuff. This is what makes the car steer. You'll need a battery to power the car. You'll need a charger to charge your battery. And you'll also need your electronic speed controller, which basically is the brain of the car, makes your car go from forward to reverse. And you will still need a few accessories and some paints. Skip, what the hell are you talking about? What are you talking about? Rule Aussies drive rock crawlers. Anyways, let's talk rock crawlers. Rock crawlers are pretty much one of the most popular RC cars going around. Mums and dads, if you're listening, if little Johnny wants an RC car, a rock crawler is the best options for an RC car. The reason being is because, one, the batteries in the rock crawlers last pretty much forever. So a good battery is going to last you over an hour of fun. The rock crawlers hardly do not break is because the cars are not fast, right? So they're designed to crawl over rocks and go over things. So you're not going to break a rock crawler anytime soon. And I mean, look how cool they look. They're a lot of fun. You don't need big areas to play with a rock crawler. You can play with them inside or out. And the great thing is you can make a day out of it for rock crawler, get the backpacks, put a sandwich in there, put a drink in there, and go for a crawl. With your rock crawlers, the only real 2 upgrades that you really need to do if you do buy an RTR rock crawler, the first thing is upgrading the servo. Because you're rock crawling, the servo is under a lot of stress. When you buy an RTR car, the servos are not the best. Would recommend you run a Savox servo or a Power HD. And the only other thing that would recommend with rock crawlers, when you do buy a rock crawler, they will come with a brush motor. And if you wanted to upgrade it, the best thing for you to buy, guys, is the Hobby Wing, right? We'll put the part number up on the screen for you, is the 2-in-1 system. It's an electronic speed controller, motor in one. These things are bulletproof, set you back about $280, but this thing will literally last you forever. On-road RC cars, guys, look how nice they are. When it comes to scale and looks, nothing beats an on-road car. They just look super cool and they look very real. And we've got the BMW E30. Guys, you can purchase this car. You can purchase a clear body. You can paint it up in any color you want. Stick it in your man cave and stare at this thing all day. Drag cars. Now, drag cars, it's a bit of a new thing to RC. It's sort of catching on. Very expensive drag cars. If you buy a drag car, it's not really a lot of fun by yourself. So in my opinion, if you're not looking to join a competition and if your mates haven't really got one, I don't know how much fun you'll have with a drag car by yourself. Drift cars. Now, drift cars are one of my favorite. I've only pretty much played with 2 RC cars. I only got monster trucks and drift cars. There's something about drift cars, when you're drifting, you sort of just zone out, I could say. And the best place to drift your RC car is polished concrete. So shopping centers, that really fine, polished new concrete. You're gonna have a lot of fun. Get a couple of mates together, go out there, and you'll be hooked in no time. Racing RC cars. So, you got the buggy. Now this is a 1/8 scale. You've also got the 1/10 scale, which is a lot smaller. Guys, if you want to race, if you want to hit the track, you want something really responsive, you want something really sharp, buy yourself a buggy, go to the track, you'll have a lot of fun. Then we've got truggies. So if you're browsing on a web store and you come across a truggy, what the hell's a truggy? Well, a truggy is in between a buggy and a monster truck. Now these things here are really great on the track. If you want something a little bit more stronger and more sturdy and that can take jumps a little bit better than the buggy, then you buy yourself a truggy. And then lastly, you've got the short course truck here, which is a super popular class. Now the great thing about the short course class is that you've got a lot of wheels and tire and body options. You can change it up a little bit. The great thing about this car, you've got big bumpers on the front and you've got big bumpers on the back. So it's really durable if you're on the track. Great track car. And the good thing about the short course trucks is that you can switch them. You can actually make them to on-road and off-road. So that's a great thing about the short course trucks. I present you Caesar, the monster truck class. The best class in RC, in my opinion, is monster truck. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking to buy an RC car, one RC car, buy a monster truck, keep it in the back of your boot of your car, bring it out, it will go anywhere, do anything, you'll have the best fun. Now, regarding monster trucks, there's a lot of monster trucks out there. If you're looking to buy the Mona Lisa of monster trucks, look no further. I behold you, the Traxxas X-Max. It is the best monster truck on planet Earth. It will go anywhere, do anything, but the only downside, it's not cheap. It's coming in at a cool $1,800. You will still need your batteries and charger. So guys, that wraps it up. Please like and subscribe and all that sort of stuff. We put in a lot of efforts with these videos. Let us know what class you recommend and what we've missed out. Please comment below. We love you all from down under.